Welcome to Joburg Today. I'm your host, Leroy Viaggi. Now, if you're looking for a grand tour of the city of Johannesburg, then look no further than the Hop On, Hop Off bus.
We needed to find out if there's a market for it. Johannesburg doesn't have much of a scenery. It's all about history. But we figured that history needs to be shared with the world. And the perception of Johannesburg not being a safe place, the best way to change it is with the Hop On Hop Off bus, because we are well known for safety, reliability, and affordability. We are so affordable, so people prefer using us to people who charge them 700 for a tour. You buy our ticket once, you use it the whole day, hop on, hop off wherever along a route and explore Johannesburg. What better way to see Johannesburg? We've got 16 languages on our commentary. We've got Kiddies channel. It's animated, it's wonderful, the kids love it. They basically tell you about all the sites that we're driving through, the history behind it. I'm happy to tell you Joburgers love the product. Come Saturday, come Sunday, our buses are packed with Joburgers. During the week, we're still quiet at the moment because we get a lot of people at work during the week, and then that's when we get our international tourists on the bus. We get a lot of people saying they've seen the bus driving around the city, they would like to know how it works. That's with our domestic market. But with the international market, when you Google things to do in Johannesburg, we just pop up. That's how we're doing it. Because of reputation, international tourists prefer us to other tour operators.
I loved it, it was really good. I've been living in London for 5 years now, so it's nice to come back and show some of my friends that I brought with me, so it was amazing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had only a day to spend in Joburg. I'm going to PE, and I wanted to kind of see the city, but I didn't know how to do it by myself. This was actually a really good way to do it.
Hi, I'm Josh Mack, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Check us out on Facebook, that's joburgtoday.tv, and on Twitter at Joburg Today. Now, if you're on the move, pockettv.mobi. That's Pocket with an I. So you're a new parent, and you've got many questions to ask yourself, one of which is when would be a perfect time to teach your child how to swim?
Influencing children to cultivate a lifelong love for water is the AquaTaught swim program. Let's go inside and see how the kids enjoy while learning.
I saw a need to actually teach infants and babies in the correct way. At that stage, there were not a lot of infant swim schools around at all. And I took the opportunity to contact the franchisee, Nell White, who's the owner of the franchise, and became the first franchise in June 2003, the Little Falls AquaTaught Ramsey franchise. And I haven't looked back since. An infant will swim with their whole body through the water and is unable to isolate their muscle groups. Say one little person, they scrabble through the water, whereas a 5-year-old would be able to isolate the muscle groups and perform the correct little stroke technique and kick. They need to have their infants or a caregiver or their granny or grandpa or an pair in the water, so they have a trust relationship. They have to follow on cue, and they learn through songs and games and through play in the water. It's very important at the toddler stage from 12 months to 3 years that they are playing in the water, which is a natural extension of the environment.
My life mostly is swimming like with a noodle, with my brand new noodle, and my best is also spinning around and catching the wall.
It's a valuable life skill. That is the most important thing. Until they've mastered swimming or being water safe, not even swimming, being able to help themselves and get back to the side, it is one of the most important things that a child can do over and above all the other extramurals.
My name is Vitumelo Pelesa for Joburg Today.
My name is Tony Bed, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Joburg has many hidden gems, and one of those is 44 Stanley.
You invite people from out of town to 44 Stanley Avenue and you tell them to park across the street in Owl Street. and they start walking towards 44th Stanley Avenue, and as soon as they walked into the entrance, you kind of saw them completely change and like look around in wonder, like, God, what is this? What is going on here? And it was just all about the absolute surprise of going through a gateway into a completely different experience that doesn't really exist in Johannesburg anywhere else. It never has, and hopefully it will start growing. And there are different kind of areas that have now done similar things, but they're for a much younger crowd, much funkier crowd. Range from coffee roasteries to beer yards to design shops, clothing shops, lingerie. You know, we've got a massive range of shops. So what we've done is we've really tried to put in a fabulous mix of things that keeps the public, the visiting public, interested in the place. There's all kinds, there's all different things that will attract different people, and going through the ages as well, from youngsters that are just starting a house all the way to antiques and heritage that will attract somebody that owns a wine farm and needs to put in a bespoke kitchen. You know, in the very beginning it was very trendy, and only the artists and kind of the groovers used to come here. But I think that what has happened is that it's grown up very nicely, and it's grown up exactly how I wanted it to grow up, and it's non-exclusive. If you look around, you'll see guys in pinstripe suits, you'll see dreadlocked kind of filmmakers, and you'll see a really wide range of people. And they all just enjoy being in a pretty kind of chilled environment that's got a lovely aesthetic. It's not grungy, it's not dirty, it's clean, it's got a fabulous feeling about it, and I think people just like generally being in that area.
Hi, yes, my name is Shaylan and you're watching Joburg Today. Yeah.
For more stories, check out our special focus section as well as our latest episode from Nikki Bush. And if you want to find out what's happening in and around Johannesburg, check out Joburg in your pocket. Well, that's it from me, Leroy. I leave you with Runaway Train by the Hines Brothers.
Back in ETV.
Changing my name, it's what I had to do, you see. Living life in great confusion, to find a way to live at peace eternally, to get out of my illusion. Some days like a runaway train, some days I can't remember my new name. Some days like a runaway train. I've seen the faults, I've seen the light. I looked into my Father's eyes. Blindness is my real disguise. We all must live, we all must die. Doing all that we can to please ourselves, not thinking of tomorrow. Forgetting who we are, we think we're what is not. Begging, steal and borrow. Some days like a runaway train. Some days I can't remember my new name. Some days like a runaway train. I've seen the faults, I've seen the light. I looked into my Father's eyes. Blindness is my real disguise. We all must live, we all must die. Some changes gotta come my way before I fall offside. We could wait for another day, but that would not be right. That would not be right. I've seen folks, I've seen the light. Oh Lord, I looked into my Father's eyes. Blindness is my real disguise. We all must live, we all must die. I've seen folks, I've seen the light. Oh Lord, I looked into my Father's eyes. Blindness is my real disguise. We all must live, we all must die.